Girlfriend of 4 years cheated with my friend. This happened a few months ago. My girlfriend cheated in our apartment while I was asleep in our bedroom. It started when summer was just beginning and we wanted friends over to our apartment to hang out and have some drinks and bonfires and just have fun. By chance, I was picking up food for the both of us when all of my childhood best friends, about 6 guys, showed up together to where I was picking up the food. I was excited to see them all, and it was a Friday night and I invited all of them back to our apartment to have a bonfire and hang out. They all accepted, and that night was one of the best night I had had in a long while. This began to be an event we had every weekend and we were all loving it. My girlfriend has always been too touchy when she has been drinking, but she had always assured me she would never ever cheat and that she despised cheaters, so I wasn't too concerned when she was talking to my friends and getting a little close, because I had absolute trust in her. One of my friends had recently gotten out of a long relationship and he was a lonely person. They had some things in common and that would keep them talking through most of the night. One thing they bonded over was they had both lost an uncle that they had cared about. She called it trauma bonding. Fast forward a few weeks and we're still having the get-togethers. We partied until about 6 a.m. and I decided to smoke some weed with a few friends, and that ended up putting me right to bed. I passed out on our couch and I woke up in our bedroom around noon pretty hungover. I got up because my girlfriend wasn't with me in bed and I walked out to the living room and it was just the two of them. They were both fully clothed and listening to music. I sat down next to her for a minute before I suggest that we get to bed. As soon as we laid down she started crying softly, and she said I love you. Instantly I knew something had happened. She told me they got really drunk and he kissed her, but it was nothing more than that. I was angry and I wanted so badly to do something, but she begged me to not be mad at him or to hurt him, so I obliged. I bottled my anger and I drove him home. I felt off all day, and I had asked her multiple times if anything else had happened and she assured me every time that nothing else did. The next night I was working a graveyard shift and my girlfriend went out to the bar with the same people. I felt insecure leaving her around him, so I left work to go to that bar. She flipped on me, calling me a bitch and telling me that I didn't trust her and that I only left work to babysit her. One of my friends told me that he saw her phone, that she messaged her sister admitting that she actually did cheat. I left the bar in anger, but eventually I got her to go back to our apartment where I gave her an ultimatum: either you tell me the truth right now or I leave. I never thought for a second that she had actually had sex with him because I had absolute trust in her. When presented with the ultimatum she said, if I tell you then you'll leave me, and right at that second I knew. I packed some suitcases and drove to my mom's where I broke down. I tried to message the friend that did this and all I asked him was why. He then blocked me on everything. Still currently staying at my mom's, but I'm not quite sure where to go from here. Comment. First of all, trauma bonding is when a person falls for someone who is abusing them. What she had going was called an emotional, which led to sexual, affair. Absolutely 100% cut him off. No text or words, it's beneath you. The same goes for her. Cut your losses and move on. Don't involve friends they know. Text them, hang with them and act like you are living your best life. Nothing pisses people off more than when you're happy and okay. Hit up one of your old girlfriends. Even if just for a beer, you will feel better. Glad you found out now then after you married or worse had a child. The biggest mistake is letting your friends around your girlfriend when you're not around. What should have happened is her telling everyone, including him, it was time to go once you passed out. What makes this even worse is she lied, manipulated, and gaslight you, then put herself in a situation that could cause it to happen again, then got mad you showed up and ruined her fun. The friend who slept with her should be exiled from the friend group voluntarily, as he is a snake and could do this to any of them. If they don't, then think about what kinds of friends they are and if you want them in your life, if they are cool with that happening to you. As for her, there should be no coming back from this. If it is your place, then have her move out and end the relationship. If it's hers, then you go get your things and leave, never to look back again. If both are on the lease or mortgage, then you have to figure out who's staying and who's going or selling the house and split the money. You need to expose them both. Hopefully your other friends will unfriend him and make him feel like crap. If any of your other friends don't do these things, then they truly ain't your friend either. I'm sorry this happened. But over time things will get better. And remember to never take a cheater back. Just watch out, she will likely try to get back with you in the future. Next story 2. GF cheated on with 3 different guys. So me and my GF were in a relationship for about 3.5 years. We were very happy and she was the love of my life. We used to fight regularly, but it was making our relationship even stronger. I had a best friend. Let's call him XX, used to secretly like my GF, so he pretended to be mutual friend of us. However, things changed. X started to tell my GF that I am bad person and I treated her bad. One day, both came to my house and started to have intimate touches right in front of me. X literally touched my GF's boobs. My GF acted playful and was smiling. I didn't know what to do, so I went numb. Right after this incident I confronted everything to my GF. She apologized and said it won't happen again. She also said she needed some 3 to 4 days break to process such evil things she had done. Now I had an EX, let's call her S. X told my GF falsely that I crushed on her even now. My GF believed in him without a blink. They used to slag me every day through texts and secret meetings I don't know about. One day out of nowhere I decided to check my GF's phone and found out all this chats. I was terrified. My GF went cold and told me that my trust would fade away now. Out of rage, I gave her quite of disrespectful sentences. I was completely cold and she was crying. She begged me for relationship and I gave her another chance, though my trust was shattered. Months passed away until a huge heartbreak approached me. I always had trust issues regarding her, so I took her account in an unauthorized way. I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing. She liked a guy in her classes and used to simp over him, although she couldn't get the same response from him. She even sexted with few guys and even chatted with her online ex. I confronted this thing to her about 2 to 3 months later. I was still in shock for that period of time. Every day I opened her Insta and saw slagging and disrespect of me with almost everyone, even our mutuals. I confronted to her a month ago and she went completely cold. She even once told me that she does not have any regret for what she did. She told me that I should keep crying and not take any support from anyone. One day she acts cold, the other day she loved me like a soulmate. I can't process and have suffered a lot. I need an advice regarding this. Comment. What's wrong with you, mate? Why you keep do this disrespectful to yourself? Don't ever bother broken up with that evil, just dump her right in spot and block her everywhere. Man up, mate, you still too damn young and this is nothing compared to life. Build yourself up, ghost whoever ain't worthy your time, stay on right track. She a cheater, dumped her in style in front of all her friends, say I can no longer be with someone that repeatedly cheats, it's over, make sure all her friends know she's a cheater. It is time to cut any and everyone who did not speak up or come and tell you what she was doing. As for her, it's time to let her go. Do not take her back, because you will never be able to trust her again, and she will only continue to cause you pain. Trust me, your soulmate will never treat you with such disrespect and disloyalty. If you watch out for these same residential flags in the future, you'll be fine.